Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger, and welcome to the next collection video. It's going to be a two-part video, and that is the PlayStation 1. Now, we all know the PlayStation 1 is one of the most influential consoles of all time, and one of the most important consoles of all time. Originally, it was meant to be a CD add-on for Nintendo, and we all know what happened. Nintendo sort of backed out of the deal, and Sony went, you know what, we're going to go and make our own console. And it went on to be one of the best-selling systems of all time. And it was huge for the time. It was a 64 bit system. It used CDs. It had so many advantages over cartridges at the time. And yeah, a system that is excellent. And the good news is the PlayStation 1 is playable on PlayStation 2 and even certain PS3 consoles you can play PS1 games on. Some of these games were released on the digital store for PSP, PS3, and even the PS Vita. Unfortunately, those stores will be closing soon. But without further ado, let's jump into it. I have roughly about just under maybe close to 100 games, so it's a two-part video. But let's start off with Tom and Jerry House Trap. It looks like a action game. In Europe, we had these jewel cases that came like this. They are a little bit more sturdier than the CD cases. However, they do crack quite a bit, and you'll definitely see some cracks here and there. Then we have Tony Hawk's Skateboarding, the first game in the Tony Hawk series. It was just called Skateboarding here in the UK. A very influential game and an excellent game for the time. It has had a remaster on the PS4, as is the second one. The first and second game got remasters on the PS4 and Xbox, etc. Excellent games for the time. Then we have a game that I loved growing up, and that is Total Driving. It's called something different in the US. This was a game that had multiple styles of driving in it. But why I love this game is it had an excellent sort of techno electronica soundtrack. Do yourself a favour and listen to the soundtrack online and look at the size of these manuals. I know they're multiple language and stuff, but still. Made by Ocean. It is an awesome game. I love that one growing up. Then we have the two Toka games. I have two copies of Toka Touring Car Championship. The only difference is this one says PlayStation Pro on the instead of PlayStation Plus. And there's this one is the DualShock version. There is a slight difference actually between these versions. This one comes with the vibration function. On here, this is the platinum version of the game. So it does include some slightly enhanced features. These were pretty cool racing games by Codemasters, and then of course the sequel came out. I believe this also later became the Toka racing games. We have Tiger Woods 99, just a sports title. Some of these old golf games are pretty fun. We have 007, The World Is Not Enough. Some of these old 007 games aren't terrible, but they're not the best in the series. We have a horrible game, The Simpsons Wrestling. If you've got someone to play it with, it can be quite funny, but as a game itself, it is awful. The controls are terrible and everything, but it was a pretty funny game if you had a friend to play with. We have Siphon Filter 1 and 3. I'm missing the second one. These were pretty good third-person shooters back in the day, but I never played them, so I don't have any nostalgia for them. We have Sydney 2000. Some of these Olympics games are pretty fun games, lots of button mashing and stuff, but yeah. We have Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It includes a bonus Star Wars Duel of the Fates music video in there. This is a pretty cool game. It's like a top-down RPG game. It has like an RPG element to it. You can play different characters and you know, get like upgrades and things. We have Theme Park, the original on the PC, of course. Classic theme park building game. And we have Test Drive 4, a racing game. Got good reviews by the looks of it. We have World Cup 98. I think this is the game that came out before FIFA. We have WWF SmackDown. These old wrestling games were so fun back in the day. Some of them were really good. The SmackDown games were pretty cool games, actually, I ain't gonna lie. Used to have a lot of fun with those ones. And we have a series that I loved growing up, and that is V-Rally. The Championship Edition was released later on in the years. It come with some exclusive DualShock and an extra car for the Platinum version. And then, of course, the second one was also called Championship Edition. I don't know if there was ever a normal version released. Let me know in the comments. And we have a game that needs no introduction, and that is Tetris, or the next Tetris. Every system has to have at least one Tetris game. We have Worms. I loved the Worms games growing up. Really fun party games or things. I don't think this copy works, unfortunately. That is the problem with a lot of PS1 games. It's very hard to find them in good condition. We have World's Scariest Police Chasers. X-Men Mutant Academy, just showing off just how bad some of these cases can be. A fighting game with X-Men characters. We have a game that I absolutely adored growing up, and that is the Rugrats Search for Reptar. Don't make games like this anymore, I tell you that much. We have Reloaded in this horrible case, but it's like a top-down shooter. Kind of a interesting one. We have RC to Go. I used to love playing this one growing up as well. It was a budget title, but it's kind of like if you've ever played something like RC Pro-Am or something like that. Pretty fun game with some RPG elements, leveling up and stuff. And we have Rat Attack. Got good reviews by the looks of it. It's like a party game of some sorts. Rally Masters, Race of Champions. Also had a PS2 version. We have Premier Manager 98, part of the Actua Sports Collection. Yeah, do you remember the Actua sports games? We have S-Cars or Scars or S.C.A.R.S. Pretty cool, like racing game with like animal themed cars. Pretty cool one. It was also released on the N64. A movie that I loved growing up and still do to this day, Small Soldiers. The game actually weren't too bad. I remember playing the game quite a bit as a kid. Then we have the original Soul Calibur, was also known as Soul Blade. The original, pretty cool game. Another game that I loved growing up, and that is Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Pretty cool hack and slash game. It is a bit challenging. I never really got too far in this one as a kid. And we have the excellent Spider-Man game. The Spider-Man games on PS1 were just so good. They had so many like costumes you can unlock and just really cool games. And we have Speed Freaks. I think I remember playing this one as well growing up. It's like a Mario Kart clone. We have Spec Ops Stealth Patrol. I never realised that. You remember when Spec Ops The Line came out? That was actually a reboot of this series. These are basically like if you've ever played, you know, SOCOM or something. And Spec Ops Ranger Elite. Another game in the series. South Park Rally, a horrible racing game. And then we just have South Park. I think this is a first-person shooter. I could be wrong. I kind of want to try this one out because it would just be interesting. I remember seeing the adverts for this game on the old South Park VHS. Rugrats Studio Tour. Brand new release back in the day. Then we have one of my all-time holy grail items, and that is No One Can Stop Mr. Domino. I absolutely adored this game growing up. I played it, I had the demo, and it took me nearly 20 years to find this game, and I finally got it for a decent price. And yeah, I so happy to have that one. NASCAR 2000, I do remember playing this one as well growing up. Pretty cool game. Another one that I remember, Motocross Mania. I believe it was this game that I had growing up as well. I remember this one. Pretty cool dirt bike game. And then we have Monopoly. Say what you want though. This was actually a pretty good version of Monopoly. Had some kind of like wacky animations and things. And then the last one is MTV Sports Snowboarding. I could technically do part 2 right now and continue on, but I'd rather just do it as 2 parts. But yeah, I'm going to try out Hunting Simulator now. I got this game for like £5. So I'm going to give it a try, see what it's like. I did play Ace Combat 7. I enjoyed what I played. I did like 4 or 5 missions and then I sort of just gave up with it. But I enjoyed what I played. Will I play any other ones in the future? Maybe. But so yeah. I'll probably do part 2 of the PS1 collection, tomorrow. There will not be a stream tonight. I'm going to watch some AEW tonight. But I did do a small Overwatch stream last night. But yeah, the PlayStation 1 is an excellent system. And I'm always looking for PS1 games. Whenever I see them in charity shops or anything. If it's a sports game that I don't own, I'll pick it up. You know, a lot of these games are cheap nowadays. As you can see, you know, you pay like £2, $1.99 for them. You know, they don't necessarily have a lot of value to them. Some of them do. Especially some of the RPGs. I'm always looking for RPGs for the PS1. And if you know anyone that's got some PS1 games for sale, hit me up. I would love to perhaps browse what you have. But yeah, we've got one more part to come. So some big hitters tomorrow, of course. No One Can Stop Mr. Domino is, of course, my holy grail item in the collection. And yeah. So if you enjoyed today's little video, feel free to leave a like and of course comment below. Let me know if there are any PS1 games here that perhaps deserve some more better treatment. And if there's anything in the PS1 library that I should definitely hunt down. And as always guys, subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch at The Mad Kiger. And I will be with you tomorrow for part 2. Of this collection. Then we'll be I think we've done all of the PlayStation stuff that I own other than PS4, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do another PS4 collection yet. But as always guys, have a nice day and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.